In this video, we're gonna talk about why you must surround yourself with people who are enabling you to go to the next level. We all know that we become like the 5 people who we spend most of the time with. And too often, we don't even realize, or we don't really look at who is around us and how they are affecting us, and how they may be actually acting like an anchor, keeping you in a certain place instead of allowing you to expand in a way, shape, and form that you actually desire. This is not to criticize, judge, or blame anybody. This is simply to realize that you may have reached a certain plateau and that it could be extremely beneficial for you to start expanding your environment and your circle of influence. So right now, have a look in your life. Who are you spending most of your time with? Is it your coworkers? Is it your family? Is it your friends? Is it other people? And I understand that sometimes we don't have a say in who you're spending time with, because you don't get to choose your coworkers. I get that, right? Maybe you don't get to choose your family, but you get to choose how much time you spend with it or them. And that is your responsibility to choose wisely, because if you have a certain group of people, for example, let's take an example. You want to lose weight, you want to be fit, you want to be sexy, you want to, transform your health and your vitality. And you look at your friend, you look at the people around you, and maybe they don't really care about that. Maybe they're okay with being a little bit overweight, eating what they want, drinking a little bit too much. Maybe they're just okay. And they're not in that headspace, they don't share the same goal. Fair enough. Now, those people, because of their mindset, because of the way they think, because of their assumption, because of their behavior and decisions, will influence you consciously and subconsciously to remain consistent with the group. Now, imagine spending time with them versus joining another group. Maybe it's a yoga group, a fitness gym, a CrossFit, sport team, I don't know, some form of group that you like, activity that you like, maybe it's cycling or running, whatever. And you go to those people, right, who maybe are already achieved. Maybe they already have the body that you want, and maybe even beyond. And maybe some of them are on their way. Imagine going there, surrounding yourself with those kind of energy, with that kind of people who have a different way of thinking, a different attitude, different behaviors, different assumptions, different mentality, different energy. Imagine how that environment, that energy could rub off and on to you, and how this could actually benefit you. It's the same at work. If you are surrounding yourself at work with, the people who are always complaining, the people who are always, wasting time, talking bad about the boss, the environment, the opportunity, blaming all those people, right? Maybe that's who you're spending most of your time with, because they're kind of cool or nice, whatever, because you have some form of harmony right now with them. Versus the people who are the most productive, people who are actually being the most paid, people who are being actually mostly promoted. And if you start to look at what they do, how they think, their attitude, their inner mental conversation, their beliefs, there will be a big contrast. So if you started to spend more time with them, to find out more about them, how they work, what they do, and how they do it, you'll learn a lot of things. Maybe you don't have access to people, but maybe you can read a book, listen to a podcast, listen to an audiobook. Maybe you can go to events or seminars or get a coach or find somebody, a mentor, or leverage your network already to get access to people who already have what you want. Because if you look at, creating anything that you want, they will always tell you, go to the end. Be the person that you want to be now. It's so much easier to be that person now when you are surrounded with people who are already that person, that kind of life that you want now. And so they will naturally uplift you to where they are. And this is the beauty of the proximity, because proximity is power if you truly understand how to leverage people around you. So where do you start? How do you start applying this? I'm not saying, okay, get rid of everybody. Or maybe you want, that's up to you. It's not about judging anybody. Forget about blaming them or judging them. This is not about being right or wrong, better or worse than anybody. This is simply about noticing where people are heading. You look at your friend, where are they heading? What are their main goals? What do they want to create? Is this actually aligned with what you want? And if it's not, you have a decision to make. How can I get surrounded with people, more often at least, with people who have the same goals, the same passion, the same desire, the same cravings for what I want to create in my life. Maybe they're already there. Maybe they can help me shorten the gap. And I get it that sometimes choosing to not spend so much time with the group that you usually spend time with might be a bit awkward. You don't want to be rejected. You don't want to offend anybody. You don't want to confront anybody. You don't want to be that person. But you have to choose what's most important. To be that person and all the crazy thoughts you've been creating about that, or to choose that you have the right to choose what you do with your life. You are free, and you can decide that you're either gonna find people where you're gonna bring yourself up to them and maybe even beyond, or you're gonna find people who you're gonna stay where you are because they are, a match of who you are. You're in resonance with them right now somehow, or you're gonna find people who are lower than you and you're just gonna bring yourself down. Because two things are gonna happen in any group. Your energy is either gonna be so freaking strong that people are gonna have no other way than to come at your level, or you're gonna go down at their level to maintain the rapport. That's it. Because if you don't have the rapport with your friends or with your group of people, there's no harmony. You're naturally not gonna want to spend time with. Okay? Right now, they must have some form of resonance, and that's why you're spending time with them. Even if it's subconscious, even if it's just habitual, that pattern of momentum is keeping you in that energy, in that gap. And who you are is not gonna bring you to where you wanna be. So use proximity, put yourself in places, situations where people are already heading or already having what you want. And if you really don't know where to start, go on Facebook, find a group, listen to a podcast, go to a free event, go to a meetup, start something, do something, start somewhere. Life will make a way, and you will start attracting more and more and more people in group that match that new energy. I hope this makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, guys, please hit the subscribe button. It's helping this channel grow, and it's helping me creating even better content for you guys. So as always, be well. I'll see you next time.